Real quickly, what I got here is Governor Brewer signing this immigration bill.
She is going to bankrupt the Republican Party in the state of Arizona. Look at what happened to the Republicans in California with the proposition.
What happens?
Hispanics who have a natural home in the Republican Party because they are socially conservative will flee in droves. She's also going to bankrupt her state because no insurance company will provide coverage for this. And for all the lawsuits that will happen, for all the people that are wrongfully stopped, her budget will be paying for it. Her budget will be paying the legal bills of the lawyers who sue in behalf of those that were stopped. This will be a disaster for Arizona. To say nothing of the fact that it's so unconstitutional, I predict a federal judge will prevent Arizona from enforcing it as soon as they attempt to do so. That would probably be tomorrow.
Wow, Judge. All right, Judge Arizona, the definitive statement.
But see the position the country's put in. The feds will not protect the border, and it is their authority, their job, their duty, their responsibility. They will not do it. Arizona is being overrun, and so Arizona passes a law, and the media misconstrues it. I've read the law. It says that if you have probable cause, suspicion, that means if you pull somebody over and they're drunk and they're an illegal alien and they got a consular matricula card in their wallet, you take them to jail, and then they're deported. I mean, Mexico will deport you in a minute. That's another issue. It's how bad Americans are treated in Mexico. I mean, you start demanding your rights down in Mexico, they'll just shoot you. I mean, they don't play games down there. And, he's right about the fact that federal courts are going to rule it unconstitutional. But then that brings us to the point of, what do you do when the federal government won't do its job? Well, under the 9th and 10th Amendment, the states can do one thing. They can pull out of the union because there isn't a union. The union doesn't exist anymore. It's run by Lloyd Blankfein. It's run by people like Henry Paulson. It's run by these crooks who love wrecking things so they can consolidate them. What's a mosquito do? When it sticks its proboscis down into your skin, into a capillary, it injects a saliva, an acid enzyme that dissolves the cells so that it can suck the juices into its belly. And that's what they do. They dissolve a nation. They dissolve a country so they can consolidate it. They don't care if it wrecks the society as long as they get the power and as long as they get the control. And so we've got a Democrat says Arizona law like Nazi Germany. No, what Nazi Germany is the federal government that's now so concerned about illegal aliens' rights. The federal government that runs warrantless checkpoints, paying local police with grants to take blood without warrants, or to have naked body scanners in the airports, now going in mobile vans on the streets and trucks. And federal programs putting ATF deputized local agents in the schools to brainwash your children, and having federal grants for laptops, watching kids at home as they undress. That is Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany is the Patriot Act. Nazi Germany is torturing Iraqis to death. Nazi Germany is attacking countries that have done nothing to us. Nazi Germany is having a big, out-of-control central government. That's what Nazi Germany is. Nazi Germany, I mean, what is Arizona? Like half Hispanic? Nobody's going to pull anybody over with brown skin. Half the cops are Hispanic. They're Americans. But if you see a truck full of 8 people in the back and they're driving around drinking beer, I mean, the funny thing is I watch illegal aliens drinking beer every weekend in the backs of their trucks because they know the cops leave them alone. You try being a citizen, I don't care if you're Hispanic, black, white, whatever it is, guzzling beer. And everybody knows what an illegal alien looks like. Okay, they're wearing cowboy hats, they got cowboy boots. Normally they're doing construction work. There's dirt all over them. And, when they're driving home, and people say, well, that's a job nobody else will do. Oh, really? Americans, regardless of what color you are, you used to make a good living in construction. And now it's driven the price down so much that it's destroyed our economy. See, when you pay people less, it destroys the economy. When you pay people more, then people have more money to spend. An example of this is 50 years ago, Freudian slip, McDonald's, the Walmart of fast food, began putting trays out that said thank you. And they got people to throw away their own trash. Now you go in a McDonald's or any other fast food place, they're filthy because the corporation has trained you to not expect to go to a clean restaurant when they could be paying some entry-level teenagers to be out there keeping it clean. And what, you'd pay 5 cents more for the hamburger. But then you'd have an economy. See, this is a strip mining economy. All right, whatever. You've seen what NAFTA and GATT and open borders have done. You've seen the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the results.
Federal agents, we are armed!
All right, coming up at the 8 after second segment, we're going to have Reverend Manning on with the latest on his quest to expose Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barack Obama. And we've got Christina Ebersol with her harrowing tale with the TSA in the airport. And then, of course, we've got Judge Andrew Napolitano joining us. Right now, let's go to Nick in Arkansas. You're on the air, Nick. Thanks for holding.
Thank you, Alex. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I'm listening to you for about a year now, and I just want to tell you that we're out here fighting the good battle. I'm a Hispanic American, or shall I say an American who happens to be have Mexican roots.
Exactly. I'm not a European American. I'm not a Native American, even though I have some Native blood. I'm just an American.
Exactly. And I guess I just wanted to call and say that I do support this new law in Arizona, and also I think that the rest of the states need to pass this. Because if people would just wake up to what the New World Order is and the agents and tools that they use to take over our nation, then they too can break loose of this paradigm that they're stuck in.
Exactly. I mean, look, the big banks, the federal government, the globalists, worldwide, the UN wants no borders. This is a very simple equation. They want to bring down wealthy Western nations. They don't want upwardly mobile middle-class people, whether it's in Japan or the United States. They don't care, and they want to bring in giant populations that are politically ignorant, if that's possible. Americans are pretty ignorant on average, to rewrite the way this system works. Because in a democracy, 51% can vote to rob the other 49. And they've been teaching that we're a democracy when we're a republic. And look, I want freedom for Mexico. And as long as they use the United States as a steam valve for people that would be down there taking their country back. I mean, Mexico has never had freedom. And that's why freedom is so special. Most nations have never had freedom. And when you get freedom, you produce incredible wealth. When you have tyranny, you don't have wealth for the average person. Anything else, Nick?
Yes, just a quick comment just to let you know that we are waking up other Hispanic or other Americans who are Hispanic to the New World Order. Everyone within earshot of my voice, please do not be afraid to use the word New World Order, because that's what it is. It's their own word. And also a quick question. FEMA is starting to stretch out their tentacles into my local government, asking local and city governments to pass an ordinance to require people to have flood insurance because of this new shaded X zone. I'm not really sure about it, what it is.
I'm familiar with it. Let me comment on that, Nick. All over the country, people who are on hilltops who've never flooded are being made to get flood insurance. And it's more total federal control. And we've got the federal government coming in saying they want to regulate salt now and decide what you can eat. I mean, it's just that they have no jurisdiction. Again, the federal government does everything it has no jurisdiction to do and doesn't do the things it has jurisdiction to do. Earl in Maryland, you're on the air, Earl.
Today. Hey, how you doing today?
Good.
Yeah, I've been listening to your show. Basically, I have been somebody basically introduced you to Luke Chains and all that. And my opinion about everything is just, yeah. As far as the new world, I know I'm not down for it at all. For real, it need to be destroyed right away because it's so corrupted and so many people that actually in it. Like you got Bilderberg Group. Ford, even a couple of people from like the Congress that ended, like Henry Kissinger, Bill Clinton, Hillary.
They're all in it. The entire leadership of every Western nation is part of this criminal banking cartel that can just make up any amount of money they want, backed up by taxpayers, to buy everybody off. It's fraud. It has to end. But instead, in the name of financial reform, and I appreciate your call, Earl, they're about to give even more power to the crooks. Oh, that'll teach them. That'll get them. That's like, giving a serial killer 10 more people to kill. That'll teach him. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with Matt, John, Alex, and others.